So let's start by bringing awareness to our posture, settling the body in a stable, comfortable, upright position. So keep our feet flat on the floor and try to think about the back being straight, as though there's a thin column of light from the tailbone up to the back of the head. And we want that column to stay completely straight. Our torso is open. We're not hunched or leaning. We're relying on the backrest. Hands are in the lap, right over left, with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching against the body. And our eyes are gently closed or very slightly open. Just letting in enough light to maintain alertness. And then move your awareness through the body and let go of anywhere that you're holding unnecessary tension. Keeping the body upright, but also relaxing into that posture. Try to feel as though you just let go of attending to the outside, that you're just holding your attention to the body and mind. You're also letting go of the past and the future, telling yourself that there's nothing to do or to think about right now other than the meditation. Concentrate your awareness on whatever sensations accompany the in breath and the out breath in the space around the nostrils. Noticing if there's anything in the mind that isn't that sensation, and letting go of attending to it, lifting your attention from that distraction and placing it again and again on that present moment physical sensation of the breath. When the mind feels more calm, try to generate an altruistic motivation. Developing the wish to increase your positive qualities and reduce the tendencies and the habits that cause suffering for oneself and motivate oneself to cause suffering for others. Thinking that we do that mainly not for just our own benefit, but for the benefit of all sentient beings. And that's how I can contribute to the happiness and well being of sentient beings, is through developing my own mind. And then last night, Geshe-la taught on joyous effort. So I thought we would do a meditation on overcoming the three kinds of laziness, three main obstacles to cultivating joyous effort: the laziness of procrastination, the laziness of attachment to samsaric pleasures, and then the laziness that comes from discouragement. So, thinking of that first, the laziness of procrastination, we can recognize that in our own life, we feel like there's no real urgency. Every day seems to be very similar to every other day. We feel like we have an unlimited number of more days. So we think, well, when the conditions come together, when the time is right, then I'll be able to practice. But somehow it seems like those conditions never come together. So is it true? You have to investigate, is it true that I can just keep putting off my practice? We have to try to use the antidote of reflecting on impermanence. try to again recognize that although right now we have this extraordinary opportunity, we live in a world where there are these incredible teachers that we have access to, even just by turning on our computer, we have access to the most extraordinary wisdom. But is it true that every day will be the same and that there will be an unlimited number of days in the future? Or is it true that this incredible opportunity can come to an end at any time? Try to develop that sense of urgency, not only in terms of the fleeting nature of this opportunity, but also recognizing that sentient beings are waiting for us to develop our minds. Countless kind mother sentient beings are relying on us to be of greater benefit to them. The longer it takes, the more obstacles and difficulties they will face. So try to contemplate in these ways until some sense of urgency dawns in the mind, and try to hold that experience, generating it again through analysis if you need to, and then again holding it. The second type of laziness is the laziness of being preoccupied with sensory pleasures and worldly affairs. This kind of laziness can feel like busyness, can even feel like productivity, but our energy, our enthusiasm is being directed outward rather than inward. So here again, we have to question and analyze, is it really true that putting my time and my effort principally into the accumulation of possessions or wealth or status or collecting experiences, is it true that that really will secure my happiness? Try to imagine what it would be like to get millions of dollars or to constantly have access to the best food, most comfortable clothes. Try to see how that's not that different than the things that we have gotten that we didn't have before. We've gotten new jobs, new cars, better houses, but still the mind is the same. And if we don't reorient and principally train the mind, then we may spend a lifetime chasing these outward experiences, but never being satisfied. Because satisfaction and contentment can only come from the mind. So try to analyze how that tendency has been operating in your life and see if it has been an obstacle to that kind of reorientation. To having that same level of enthusiasm and joy toward your practice rather than chasing outward experiences. And then the last of the three obstacles is discouragement, the laziness that can result from feeling that we will never really be successful. And so we just shouldn't even try. And so the antidote here is to recollect our Buddha nature, to recall that all the great masters and the enlightened beings started off just as confused and with just the same level of afflictions that we ourselves are experiencing. There's nothing special or different about them. They were simply able to generate joyous effort through time and effort and energy, and in so doing, overcome those obstacles and actualize the potential of their own mind, the same potential that we possess. Spend a moment trying to connect with the understanding that your mind has the potential to fully awaken, that all of these obstacles and difficulties are not one with the mind, that the mind is a formless energy free of those delusions at its most essential nature. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. And then we'll dedicate. So recollect the altruistic intention that you had, and the energy and the effort that you put into actualizing that. I think by practicing in that way, may that serve as a cause and condition to generate the realization of joyous effort in my mind. And on the basis of that, may I succeed in achieving all the realizations of the path up to and including enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. May it ripen in whatever ways helpful for sentient beings now, up to and including their swift enlightenment. And may any hindrances to the Guru's long life be completely pacified by having practice in this way. Thank you.